Hello everyone, how are you? After a long back, actually, so the things are good. Actually, we have released SuperIndex DB 1.0. We have released, and the things are going good. Like today, what I am going to show you is like we already compared multiple times, between SuperIndex DB as well as the top three DBs in our planet, right? But we want to show you practically like how exactly the SuperIndex DB is different from all the leading databases in the world, right? So this session is about that. This is a quick session, and this will be useful to you, like. Uh, you know so SuperIndex DB versus top 3 DBs, that is a practical demo we are going to see here. Um, See, okay, this one we have already discussed a lot, like what is SuperIndex DB? Like we have innovated a SuperIndex data structure, and that data structure improves the response time. It is not only for one rows in a table, it are 100 rows in a table. Even when you go for 1 million records in a table, or 10 million records in a table, 1 billion records in a table, or 10 billion records in a table, the response time is same. The query response time is same. That is, O of n is always one. The big O algorithm, right? That's what I already mentioned. Even though the table is massive or huge, right? So see, this is the comparison what we have done couple of months back, like 1 million record rows, 10 million record rows, or 1 billion record rows, or 10 billion record rows. How RDBMS database is performing, and how RDBMS database is performing with indexes, and how SuperIndex DB is without indexes performing, or with indexes performing, with SuperIndex how it is performing. So, so this is the usual pattern. Like when you have SuperIndex DB, you will have a SuperIndex data structure. That SuperIndex data structure is giving you a biggest benefit. Like even though your queries are complex and your records are huge or massive, SuperIndex DB will help you. This is already we have discussed a lot. So, as I mentioned, it's never goes. O of n is n, O of n is n plus 1 or something like that. O of n is almost 1, right? So, this one also we have seen already. Today, what we are going to talk is the difference in practical. Practically, I have done one exercise today. Like for that exercise, um, I did take 1 billion records, or 1 million records, or 10 million records, or 1 trillion records and all. To elaborate the difference between other DBs in the planet and SuperIndex DB, I have taken only 100,000 rows. Please note down that we have taken only 100,000 rows in a table. So I have created 4 tables. I have taken the existing DBs also for comparison, and SuperIndex DB also with SuperIndex data structure. So I have created 4 tables. 1 lakh, that is, 100,000 records in all the tables. See, you can see here, see, 100,000 records are there. Here, 100,000 records are there. So if you want to know what is the table, it's a very simple table, very simple, not a complex table. Some ID, job title, email address, and name is there. So again, the same ID, job title, email address, name with company name. Just we are trying in a demo, right? Small table with a small count, right? So you see here, the other third table, fourth table also, I have the similar records only. And as I mentioned, it's only 100,000 rows, right? So the same setup we have done with what is it, SuperIndex, and also we have done with the existing 3 databases what we have, right? Okay, okay. So how the tables are looks like. This is in SuperIndex DB, and above whatever we are showing, it is all system tables, and the down whatever the tables I have created, and this is all SuperIndex structure. So we have super index structure. Okay, like okay, see, I am executing it from a Java program. So usually because I want to create a practical stuff like Java. We have a client. SI client is there. If you go to top 3 databases, right, they also have a client, their own client and their own drivers, right? But I want to show the difference in from application side from Java, right? How it is performing. So I've written a Java program with the query like this. But why I'm writing this query? Because why we cannot write only one single query? Select star from the table. See, 100,000 rows, when you say select star from the table, it will say very less time. And when you go for a simple query, select star from the table, where the record ID equal to some record ID, it will take very less time. But when you say practically like how software companies are using means, they will have more where classes, right? So that's why, see, if you see in this query also, select is same, only 4 records we are selecting, and from also is same, four tables we have. But in the where class, I am putting a lot of conditions like or condition, uncondition, and I'm putting not in condition, and greater than condition, smaller than conditions. Whatever the conditions are there, I'm putting all the conditions in the select table. So that is the query. But I'm not changing the query from the existing 3 tables and SuperIndex DB. I'm using the same table structure, same records, same query, and everything is right. Okay. Okay, indexes. Yes, for the traditional databases, I'm creating all the indexes because I'm not missing any single column. I'm creating indexes, and without indexes also, I'm keeping separate tables. With indexes, I'm keeping separate set of tables to see the differences in the existing top 3 databases. Right. So this is existing top 3 databases. But for our SuperIndex DB, I have created super indexes. And when I say super indexes, I have also tested like without super indexes and with super indexes, and all those things I have done it. So go here, see this. Okay, how we are measuring the response time? It's very simple. The whole Java program will be there, connection will be there. I'm not taking that response time. I'm not taking the printing response time or after response time what we are doing. That and all I'm not doing. I'm simply taking a response time for only the execute query, not even prepare statement, just an execute query. I'm just putting a start time and an end time. I'm just printing it. That's it, right? You can see it. This is a simple Java program, very simple Java program, right? Okay, go to the next one. Okay, coming to infrastructure, do we have any difference? No. The same infrastructure, very good infrastructure I'm keeping for the existing top 3 databases as well as the SuperIndex DB. See here, only 1% CPU utilization. It is utilizing, very big CPU I have. Memory also is very good, and disk is good, and everything is good. Okay, and the same similar kind of infrastructure is available in all the 4 environments I have. Top 3 servers as well as SuperIndex DB. I'm keeping the similar infrastructure. Okay, what happens? Like only 100,000 records when I execute that query, with indexes or without indexes, I'm seeing this response time like 534 milliseconds. Or second time when you execute it with cache, buffer cache, it's, I mean, whatever the concepts we have, it's 265 milliseconds, right? So these milliseconds, the 534 or 265 milliseconds, right? So this one, uh, it is huge according to me because see, in 100,000 rows itself, it is showing this much. Like when we go to 1 million, yeah, we have records for that also in our lab, and we have done it like 1 million, 10 million, 1 billion, 10 million. But I want to show you in the lower records. See, in lower records itself, the simple query, only 100,000 records are there. Very simple table, only 4 columns are there. And when you write a query with the complex var class, and we are getting 0.5 seconds, so that is not good, right? That to only one user infrastructure is good, and only one user, only one connection, we are trying to hit the service, right? Okay, let's go. So this is what I'm saying, 0.5 seconds to 1 second when only 100,000 records are there in all the existing DBs. This is not only 1 DB or 2 DB. We have tested everyone. You can also test it, the top 3, top 5, whatever the databases we have. Okay, when you go for a single query execution with 100,000 records, still the response times are high. Okay, But think about the situation, at 1 billion, 10 billion, 1 billion, or any other complex, with that too with the complex queries, complex SQL queries, and complex var queries, subqueries, what I mean joins. You think about everything, and even though you go for a partitioning methodology, vertical partitioning, horizontal partitioning, whatever the way you like to go, you will see this similar kind of stuff only. Okay. Okay, okay, what is this actually? Okay, for a single query, what I would tested is only select star from the table where this one, select star from the table. So like that, sorry, when I go for a single queries, right, I'm able to see this. I mean, I'm getting 108 milliseconds and 112 milliseconds and all in the top three databases itself, right? Okay, how SuperIndex DB is different from these? Let me show the answer. That's why we are here. Let me show the answer. Okay, what I'm doing is the same query I'm taking. I'm not changing a bit. Same query, same number of records, same number of concept with super index data structure, right? You need to remember that. See, in the output also, I'm putting the same response time, like only for execute query, the same start time and end time I'm putting in the execute query, right? See, I mean similar. There is no change. Okay, so this is I'm just elaborating in the notepad like how the queries are going on, and you know see, this is what we are talking about. The response time with SuperIndex DB, it was, it's showing, you can also feel it when you have it. I mean, this is a miracle. Like it shows only 17 milliseconds at the first time, and when you go for second time, 4 milliseconds when you have SuperIndexes. And these 4 milliseconds is a very minimal, but 100,000 records. When we have 100,000 records, 4 milliseconds. How about 1 billion, 10 billion? It will be the same. That's why we keep saying that O of n is always 1, right? The query response time is 1, even when you go for a bigger records, the huge records, massive records, that too with the complex queries. When you have complex queries also, right? This is what is going to happen. See, that's why I have elaborated in a green color very clearly, O of n is 1, 100,000 records, query response time is 4 milliseconds. For the same query, for the same table records, that is count, for the same system configurations, index was available with them, and superindex as superindex data structure, for the same server and data setup, for the same client, for the same Java program, for the same everything. Everything is same. If I miss anything, you can ask me. I'll tell you. I mean, I can show you, or you can also download it and practically see the differences. See, top three DBs in the planet, like where is the difference, and SuperIndex DB, how it is performing. So this is what I'm saying that all these query performances never change, even at 1 million, 10 million, or 1 billion, 10 billion. See, this is what we are keep saying. This is definitely solving your existing problems. Whatever the problems you have with queries, say for example, you have a complex queries at not even the higher loads, in the lower loads itself, it's not performing well. Yes, please come to SuperIndex DB. Or if you feel that in higher loads, this is taking more response time. Yes, you can come to us. And partitioning, horizontal partitioning, vertical partitioning, these concepts are not required for SuperIndex DB because SuperIndex DB, even 10 trillion or whatever the records you have, you keep it same, and we will have a different data structure. And that data structure, that is, I keep telling you, that's a file-based data structure. That is RDBMS data structure. That is following the NoSQL data structure. We follow all the concepts. So it's a complex concept. So when we use all the concepts, what is happening is the response times, and it will solve all your database issues. And you can try that. So there is a differences. We have shown whatever we have. Once again, yeah. Um, so I'm done for today's the difference. I mean today's the video. Like obviously you will have questions. Definitely. I mean you can just note down all your questions, and these questions you can send it to us. Like where you need to send it. As I mentioned already in the existing videos, or if you are seeing this video for first time, my contact number is this, that is +919845689152, that is in India, and our email address is contact us at superindexdb.com, and our website is https colon double slash www.superindexdb.com. Recently we started one more unit, that is web and software development service unit within ourselves. Like what why we have started this one means we can develop a very fast websites and the stuff with using our DB, and with the innovated technologies in the website web technologies also, the front side also. Maybe one more video I'll just introduce you like how we are doing. So if you want to know more details, like you can go here. So we have ingredients, https colon double slash www.sindexdb.com. See, actually, web development is very interesting. We have some 70 ingredients are there. It is like building a website is like a house, building a home, right? You can build a home in a very low cost also. You can build a home in a very, very big, very costly home also. That depends upon the ingredients and the mixtures what you have. Like what, how many rooms is required, how many floors are required, and what type of flooring you are using, and all those things comes into that. The furnitures you are using, like that, similar way the website also goes. Like what features you want, what how the engines you want, and the people saying that only with using HTML and CSS whether we can develop a website. No, it's not. So we need a very big engine, the raw engine in Java, raw engine in .NET, and raw engine connections to the databases, super index databases we are using, and all those things when you use it, and more weightage when you give it to the JavaScript, and more weightage into the backends and the middleware, then obviously you will get a very nice, beautiful websites and the softwares. So that all we develop. You can also contact us, and you can also use the support pages in our websites. That's it. So that's it for today. Thanks for viewing this video. Thank you. Please subscribe us and contact us, and please provide any whatever the comments you have. Please utilize this SuperIndex DB. You can use the trial edition of the SuperIndex DB. You can, if you go to the database, right, this database, you will have everything there. You can just click the trial edition, and it will ask you to register. After registering, it will ask you to enter the database name what you want, and the usernames whatever you want. If you create it, it will I mean within a minute it will create everything, and it will say your database is created, your username is created, your password is created, all the privileges are given, everything is given. You can start using it using the client, SI client, SuperIndex client. You can just download it, or SI SuperIndex driver. You can download it. You can just start using it from Java or .NET from anywhere in the world. That is a cloud services whatever we have. Suppose if you don't like a cloud services, if you want to use the on-premises option, right, that is also we have. You can just mail us, or you can just mention the mention it in the contact us. Then we will discuss with you, and we will give you, I mean, we'll provide you the setup with on-premises downloads, because we have the licensing model also, so we can use that. And okay, we don't want anything, because we need a databases, we need a websites or the development units. Yes, you come to us, everything we develop. There is no boundary for software I mean, in our organization. So please, okay, have a good one. Thank you for joining with us. Thank you.